I'm so sad. Oh god. Mistakes were made.
Final stop, gonna be in front of Benny's garage. He's in there repairing his vehicle.
Oh.
Pull it over, Mr. Shaw. Do it now.
Yo, what up?
Hello? What's
Pull it
going
over
on?
for me. You're in a traffic stop.
Okay, alright. We're in a traffic stop, I guess.
Well, you want to maybe move your vehicle a little bit more just so we're not blocking
You said pull over and I was pulled over.
.527, 1038, westbound Olympic Freeway by Benny's with a blue and color Audi. No distance needed.
I just love having this.
Shaw, if you want to roll down the window for me.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Shaw. Officer Ryan with the Los Angeles Police Department. Reason for the stop today is I clocked you going 113 down that road on Power Street. Can I get ID, registration, proof for insurance for me, please?
113. What?
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Don't what me. I clocked you going 118.
Oh, 118.
Oh, man,
oh.
Or 113.
113 or 118.
Let me go double check. I did clock you going 100 plus.
Ooh. Double. Okay.
She said 113.
Yeah, 113. I don't know.
Yeah, so then it was 113. Sorry.
113.
I'm trying to think about lasagna while I think,
13 miles an hour.
Stop being a butthole,
No.
Mr. Shy.
Mr. Shaw, just
There
give
you
me
Shaw,
ID.
you know the speed limit of the city?
What?
Apparently not. If he's going 113.
Well, listen. The only reason I'm even here at Benny's is because my car was fucked. The back end of it, you know, was just a little hard to see for some people, so I had to change it back.
So driving almost 3 times the speed limit is a good, you know, resolution for fixing the fucked car, right?
What did you just do? Wasn't doing that.
No comment. A beautiful car, by the way.
Thank you.
Beautiful car.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, no, I really love it. It's a great
Ziggy,
car.
now that you're here,
How
dude,
much
I'm sorry I
is-
didn't
if you
even
don't mind me
realize.
asking?
A lot. I didn't even realize you hosted me, man,
So
because
it's
I didn't
like
have my OBS up. I
No
apologize,
chance in
but
hell,
thank you for
deputy.
that. Not necessarily. You can probably afford it.
Keep dreaming. Doubtful.
Hey, you know, you can take her to jail for that if you wanted, right, Hut?
Yeah, that's 78 over the speed limit.
I mean, that's up to you. I mean, I would do it. I'm taking people to jail for less.
I mean, is it 78 or 73 over?
Shut up, Mr. Shy.
You were going 113 miles an hour down Power Street. Subtract 35 from that,
Wait,
which is the
where
actual
were
speed
you?
limit, Mr. Shaw. I'd expect
Where
you
were
to know
you?
that. Oh, Vespucci. I ain't
Vespucci.
stupid, Mr. Shaw. I saw your.
Flying past us.
Power Vespucci. Huh.
Look,
Okay.
that's 78 miles over the speed limit. She's not wrong. I could book you for it. We just might.
Listen, if it were me, I'd just tell you to plead guilty, no contest, or drive like an asshole.
I no comment. Who's loud, chat? Do 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 do. Hey, Reinhardt. Also, I don't know if it's just me, but you are a tad bit loud. Just a little bit though. Not much. It's probably me though. I'm not
I haven't
sure.
had. It's probably
no, you sound fine. You sound fine now.
Oh, that's probably because I was yelling at you.
Oh.
Mr. Shaw, what's the reason for for going so fast down Power Street. And I'd hope to
Well,
have a
I
better
mean,
one than just
I'm definitely
fixing my
not.
car.
No, no, it wasn't to fix my car. Also, I'm not going to admit to driving that fast. However, I
You don't have to admit 2 officers saw you speeding
well,
that fast.
so can I maybe show you what I wanted to? Okay, I have the ability to take the roof off of my car. Okay, but when I do that,
Okay.
can I step out for a moment to try to explain?
Sure, Mr. Shaw.
Okay, so when I do that, and this is gonna sound crazy, but the wonderful people here at
Do you just
Benny's
gain speed?
adds no. They add
Uh,
some sort of like transparent paint, and then people can see straight through my car and only see the engine, and nothing else beyond this point right here. And it's awkward when people say, "What the fuck is wrong with your car?" So I wanted to fix that as quickly as possible.
Hey, that-
Do you
Go ahead,
want to
Reinhardt.
see? Do you?
Just stop.
You know, that's really odd considering I saw all of your
I
cars.
saw. But, I mean,
Wait, did you
what I'm getting at is
see it
your
scuffed
vehicle
or no?
was a bit fucked up. It looked like a little bit of it was missing.
Uh-huh.
What you're trying to
See,
tell
but-
us is that potentially you don't want people to you know, have to deal with your vehicle that's, you know, I guess a little fucked up or hard of seeing. So
Uh-huh.
your solution is to drive
My-
again
my-
113
No,
miles down one of the most
no, I
crowded
will not
streets
admit
in
it
the
to
city
driving
to get to Benny's
113.
to fix
What
it.
I will say though is
Nope,
that if
you
people
were, though.
can't see my car, I feel like that is a danger, and I did my civic duty to ensure that no one hit me.
What? That doesn't make- You're driving 102 miles down the street in a car that people might not be able to see. What if someone goes through a light? What if there's a dog crossing
Well,
and a little
what
girl
if-
walking
what
her
if
dog,
someone
and
didn't
she
see
can
half my
your,
car?
Your car, and you
What if
fucking
someone
What if
didn't
I was
see half
crossing
my
the
car?
street, Shaw?
But
What if I was doing-
what if you were crossing the street and I had
What
to
if you hit
reverse,
me?
and then I couldn't even see my own car? Okay, if I hit you, I'd be sorry. But listen, it was for
Exactly.
it was for the better.
Okay.
It was for the better. I'm sorry. See, but listen, he can verify. It is the paint color is scuff. That is the issue at hand here. Can you agree,
Mr. Shaw, I have
Williams?
a question for you.
What's your question?
Would you rather ruin someone's immersion or their life, you son of a bitch?
Well,
Because today it looks like you chose life.
and if I had the opportunity to do it again, I would choose differently.
Oh, okay. What you're saying
Alright,
is that we
Mr.
should give you that opportunity.
So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna need you to put your hands up and face the car for me.
I don't think they're gonna do it, chat.
Alright, Mr. Shaw, I'm just gonna read you your rights. At this moment in time, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney if you cannot afford one. One will be provided by the state if available. Do you understand your rights as they've been read to you?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna leave you right here for a quick second. I'm gonna go talk to my other officers real quick, and I'll get right back to you. But currently, this time, you're gonna be under arrest for reckless driving.
Oh my god, I've created a mod today.
She's great.
Do, do,
She's so-
do, 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 do. Chat, we got this. Don't worry. I will, sugar. Let me take a look. It looks good. That looks really good. The difference between negligent driving, so one is no regard for basic traffic rules, and then one is gross disregard for human life. There were no human lives around. Go away. Oh, I don't want to hear that. 80 over is kind of a lot. Yeah, it is, yeah. Sure.
God, this to me. You're a big, strong
Thank you.
police. I'll leave it to you. So.
All right, Mr. Shaw. There's one time we've been patting you down. Is there anything that poke me, stick me, harm me, or anything like that that I should know about?
I mean, I have stuff on me, sure.
Okay, weapons. Anything I should know about?
Yep.
Not gonna tell me what's in your pockets or nothing. Weapons.
No, I have weapons. I have a taser. I have a flashlight. Although that's not a weapon, that's more of a utility. I also have a pistol.
Mm-hmm.
I have some lockpicks.
Okay.
Although I don't know if you'll get poked by those. I do have some burgers. I think that's it for the most part.
Okay. Are you requesting a lawyer at this time?
No. Chat, it's a social game. It's a social game, chat.
Alright, Mr. Shaw.
I mean, you do know there's a speeding charge, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Alright. I'll put you in the vehicle, okay? Just watch your head for me.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Mr. Shaw, my partner's great, isn't she?
Wonderful.
Alright, we've got a call. We don't have any tow trucks.
There was a tow available earlier.
I just checked the yellow pages. We don't have any on there. You can pick it up from the Vinewood Garage.
Call up Gomer.
Unless you want me
Call
to
up
just...
Gomer. I'll pay for the tow personally.
I got Gomer's number, unless you already got it.
Yeah, call?
Yeah, I can.
Chat, it's got illegal upgrades on it. I don't want it 1500 impounded.
Vehicle's locked, right?
Maybe we'll be able to talk ourselves out. Why is the audio cutting out? I'm not sure. Slow day, huh?
Started my shit not too long ago. Shot, would you like be requesting a lawyer?
No, I don't think one's gonna be available.
I think Mr. is wait.
Mr. Who?
Mr. Shaw. Sorry, force the. Is coming over here to pick it up?
Yep, he's coming to get it.
Do 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 do.
I don't hear a truck.
Might have been like a dump truck.
I'll wait for Gomer to come get your vehicle.
That's fine. So I mean, can we maybe talk things out in the car?
Sure, Mr. Shaw, what would you like to talk?
The charge. The charge. What are we going with? Reckless driving, I imagine.
Yeah, more than likely.
More than likely. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I saw you speed down. You were clocked going 113. I ran your plate from the system. Kevin Shaw came up. That's 78 miles over the speed limit.
Well, you know,
The way you were going was insane.
From what you're telling me, you were facing my car. From
I was literally
across
facing the
street.
direction that you were traveling.
And you got 113 miles an hour while facing my car in a straight line?
Yep.
Okay, go on.
I literally clocked your vehicle going 113, and your vehicle was flying down the road, tried to catch up.
And the gross
Sorry,
disregard for human life? Were there other vehicles around at risk?
There were other vehicles around.
Around
there were
me?
multiple vehicles around. Yes.
Okay. Now, what
You
makes
had
you
people
think
in the
it was
lanes
done with
at the light?
gross disregard for human life? Because you're going to have to prove intent.
The gross disregard for the human life comes from the 2 red lights you blew through. There could have been someone going through at
red
normal
light.
speeds,
Can
and if you
you
would have
whoa,
collided with them,
hold on, Williams, hold on. Red light. Were
What?
you not stopped? Was your light not red?
we were chasing you.
Chase.
Wait,
Wait, what's
Vespucci.
going on
What do
here?
you mean?
I'm getting arrested, Gomer.
We saw you and we took off.
What the hell go? Whoa, 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 whoa! Why are you getting arrested?
It's okay. Reckless driving, no big deal.
Oh, hold on, come on! He do all the illegal stuff. He trying to help out around here. You can't be arresting a damn lawyer.
Gomer, he was going 78 miles over the speed.
Was
can't
it
just, like,
78? Was it 73? Was it
Oh,
83?
what?
Mr. Shaw, would you like me to take a photo of the
I
of the
mean,
radar for
come
you so I
on, it don't
Well, you
matter,
know,
do it
when I saw the
really?
front of your vehicle, I saw that there was damage to the front fender. In fact, Gomer, could you take a picture of that? Maybe your shit just isn't calibrated properly, or when you were involved in an accident, it just isn't accurate anymore.
Here, hold on a second here. Hold
Thanks,
on.
Gomer.
Is it
Appreciate it.
unlocked? Hold on.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, there's something faulty in here. There's something faulty with the speedometer. You sure? You sure there wasn't maybe malfunction with the vehicle?
That's what I got clocked on radar.
Clocked on
Well,
radar.
I mean, it wasn't his intent
that
to be driving
after-
that fast. I mean, it looks like it's all fucked up.
How about you bring his vehicle to Mission Row, and Kevin Shaw, myself, and Williams have a conversation about his actions, and then we'll see about where this is going.
All right, okay, there we go, Reinhardt. There's a copper right there. That's
Look,
what I'm talking about.
I ain't promising he's
You're
gonna be let
looking-
go.
You're
But
looking great
we'll
today.
talk
You know
about
that?
it. Thank you,
Especially
Gomer.
next to him. I mean, it brings you up way higher. You know what I'm saying?
God damn it,
Thank
Gomer.
you.
Oh god. Chat, we wouldn't get disbarred over this, don't worry. Don't worry, chat.
Is he calling me ugly? Is that what that was?
Vehicle made contact, chat, with something else at some point, right? Suddenly, the radar is off. You know, even if it's just slightly not in line anymore, chat. Listen, you gotta pull out all the stops.
I think Gomer's coming back for your vehicle.
I think he's going around into this alley, because otherwise he's not gonna be able to get in front of it.
Me too.
Alright. Dutch 527, 76 Mission Road 195.
Well. That was a scuffed card, chat. Relax. Whoop whoop! You know, I didn't ask for a courtesy ride, right?
You did what for a courtesy?
No, I said I didn't ask for one. I could have met you down at Mission Row.
I said I'm still thinking about it.
That's
You
alright.
literally ran through lights. You went 113 down the road when the speed limit's 35, Mr. Shaw.
Uh-huh.
I mean, how much more can I get from that?
Well, again, I guess it comes down to what can be, you know, proven in court. And what has to be proven is gross disregard for human life. And if speed alone determined that, then, I mean, there wouldn't just be a first-degree speeding charge.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna give you.
But what did I
But
do
you have
wrong?
to think of it this.
Oh, come on,
You
let
had
me walk.
113.
Let me have some
Yeah, I will.
dignity. My goodness.
Mr. Sean, just like I tell all criminals coming through these doors, you do anything stupid, I will tase you.
Yeah, that's what I say.
And if you do anything stupid,
Alright.
I will sue you.
Eat my ass.
That's it. Feel like I'm being intimidated. Being told that I need to eat your ass.
Okay, well, you can see Clarence. I didn't say nothing.
Mr. Shaw, are
Ooh,
you
left
okay?
out in the dust by
chance,
Reinhardt.
medically,
yeah, I'm fine. I'm medically.
you feeling okay?
I'm a little thirsty. A little thirsty.
Okay, we'll get you some water.
Would you like? I can get you some water.
Okay,
That's no
you
problem.
know the
I only
cuffs
asked
aren't
'cause there was a little
necessary.
blood
Come
walking
on.
in. I didn't
Come
know.
on.
I know. You gotta come over here and face away.
Alright, let me get those off.
Yep, thank you.
Clarence will do it. Sure you don't need a lawyer, Mr. Shaw?
I'm fairly certain.
Alrighty, I'll be back with you real quick.
I want a lawyer.
Alright, let me just call him.
I hope she calls me, chat. I hope so much that she calls me. This would be so good.
I am.
She is calling me. Kevin Shatterny at la.
Hello, Mr. Was it Kevin Shah? Attorney at law?
Yeah, Kevin
Are you
Shatterny at
able
la.
to represent a client down at Mission Row?
Yeah, absolutely. What's their name?
Kevin Shaw.
Perfect. You know, I don't like to keep my clients waiting. I'm actually in the cell.
Okay. See you tomorrow. Alright, so I'm gonna offer you something. And you're probably gonna fight it anyway. But then I gotta send you to jail. You've already been in custody for well over the sentence. So if you're gonna plead guilty, I can just hand you a ticket and let you walk out to your car, which is in front of Mission Row currently at this time.
It'd probably be better if he plead. He won't do a guilty no contest, but I mean, it'd probably be better if he plead no contest.
Sorry,
No contest.
I have to
plea.
make a phone call to a client.
The disrespect.
Yeah.
Hey, do me
What's
a
going on there,
favor.
Kevin?
Tow my car to the prison.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I got it outside,
Really
right?
wanna go
Oh,
Thank
I'm
you.
here. Okay. Yep, you got it.
All right, bye. Yes, yeah, I'm definitely going to appeal the charge because I did not have a gross disregard for human life on the basis that, one, no one was even around, two, I did not run a red light. In fact, you specifically stated I ran two, but if that was true, how could you be stopped on Vespucci if I was heading down Power if you weren't at a red light? Also, you're claiming I was doing 113 or 118. Maybe it'll change during the
It was
appeal.
113.
Oh, so it was 113.
It's fine. I'll
Okay.
make sure
Obviously,
to...
All right. Can you do me a
your
favor?
vehicle
Make sure to
speed
add-
took
Can you go ahead and take a picture of the front of your vehicle? Because when I saw it, it did have damage to the front, which would indicate that you were involved in a crash. And if that's
Yeah,
the case,
I also clocked you before that damage, so
but before
technically
the damage,
it would still be
really. So you hit a
Yeah.
vehicle and then ran.
because
is
I
that not?
I didn't hit a vehicle.
Is that?
I actually hit the
you
wall
didn't.
by Benny's. I didn't hit a vehicle. No,
Okay. Did you
I hit a wall by
contact?
Benny's
You know
trying
Did you
to.
how our
contact the
ALPR
property
You know how our
owner?
ALPR works, right?
Hold on. Did you contact the property owner, or was that a hit and run?
It was a pole.
So a pole. Was it a wall or a
Yes,
pole?
outside of the
Because
property.
I've seen, or
It was
not seen, I've
a little
heard
bit of a wall, and it was a little bit of a
a
pole.
little bit of a wall. Well, I don't think the law takes into account whether or not it was a wall or a pole, but I imagine it would still be in your best interest to not leave the scene after hitting something without identifying yourself.
That's fine,
There was
Mr.
no
Trout.
call. We left a note. It's fine.
Did you leave a note?
But it's okay, because I mean, if you weren't driving the way you were driving, you know, we never would have been in that predicament. We would never had to, you know, speed up the way we did to catch up to your ass, you know.
So
Yeah, if you drove the
So
normal
there was
speed limit of
damage.
35 miles an hour,
So-
I mean,
Well, hold on.
And be in this predicament.
But I'm not arguing. Well, I sort of am arguing the speed on the basis that your vehicle was involved in a collision. But what I'm trying to get at here is the gross disregard for human life. How will that be justified?
Ran a red light going 113. If anybody was in the intersection, somebody walking on a crosswalk.
But was there
someone
at the intersection or on the crosswalk? Because I made that decision on the basis that no one was there. And that would imply that there was a regard for human life, and therefore would not be reckless.
I'm still pretty reckless, sir.
Pretty reckless. Well, it either is or it isn't. There's no in between. Also, we're talking about gross disregard, okay? Gross in legal terms is huge, okay? That's like...
Let me ask you something. What would have happened if you clicked any other vehicle going the speed you were going? What do you think would have happened? Realistically.
I think someone very likely would have attempted to escape you guys, but I didn't do that. Fucking Gomer.
You ever hear the phrase, eating a dead horse, Mr. Shaw?
No. Never heard that before. So it's just remember that in our penal code, it's not careless or with disregard for human life. It's careless and with gross disregard, rather, for human life. And again, that's like, okay, so to kind of give you some insight on the gross in terms of the law, gross negligence and negligence are two very different things. Negligence is... Hold on. Negligence is like not putting out a floor is wet, sign. Gross negligence is not putting the sign out, seeing someone slip and crack their head open, and then choosing to entirely ignore that and not call EMS to assist the person. Okay? So gross plays a huge role in this. Gross disregard for human life.
That's putting down, but I'm not picking it up because I personally don't think there's any way you could have known that there weren't going to be anyone going through intersections.
What do you mean? My vehicle
saw
has
other cars on the street while you were going down Power.
My
there were other vehicles in the road.
My vehicle has phenomenal brakes, and if another individual was in that intersection, I could have stopped at any point in time.
You could have stopped at any point in time to slow down for somebody in that intersection.
Yeah.
About the crosswalk that you were at, Mr. Shaw.
And when I identified that no one was there, I continued.
How could you identify that when going that fast?
Well, just because you aren't capable, looking in front of you doesn't mean I'm not.
So,
Mr. Shaw, I'm in chases all the time. You wouldn't be the first person to chase down. So, just saying.
Yeah, but we're not arguing a chase here. This wasn't a chase.
I had to chase you down. I had to physically put my lights on and follow you to Benny's to get you to finally stop and be like, wow. You're like, hey, wow, where did all these police
officers come from? There's a handful of other charges. There's negligent driving. There's first-degree speeding. But no. Instead, you have chosen reckless driving, which results in jail time.
I have a feeling I know how this is going to go. Emily, obviously, if he does want to take us to court, myself and Angel will lead it to court. I'm going to go assist AJ on this 31 Grove, since he's alone right now. Let me know if you need anything, Mr. Shaw. Pleasure.
Yeah, pleasure.
I like seeing you at the bar. It's different.
You want to fight it? All right. Send you in for full 10.
So, hold on.
Mr. Shaw.
What?
I used to work under you. Trust me. I know what it's like, But you can't be going 113 down the road. You just can't.
Okay, but that's not with gross disregard. Okay, but
so
that's not
I highly
with
doubt
gross...
that you'd be able to stop.
Hold on. I have since gotten my brakes fixed, and again, my vehicle is more than capable of stopping. And that's going to play a very huge role in determining whether or not I was driving a car with a gross disregard for human life. Again, I saw that there was no one on the crosswalk. I approached the intersection knowing that no one was in the intersection. How, if I determined that beforehand, are you stating that I... Wait, what? Sorry. That I had no... or gross disregard for human life. How is that the case? Again, you essentially have to determine my mindset within this appeal. How are you going to prove that? You know I'm going to say, I saw the crosswalks, I had a clear view of the crosswalks, and no one was in the crosswalk. I saw the intersection, no one was in the intersection, I proceeded through. If I saw someone at the intersection or on the crosswalk, I would have come to a complete stop prior to far ahead of time.
I get that, Mr. Shaw. But if you really want to fight this in court, I'm 100% sure that you were recklessly driving. And I'm happy you can say that you could see what's in front of you. But even times when I'm in an active chase, you don't always know what's going to happen. Locals can cut off in front of you and hit you. Some female
There
could
was
be
no
walking
one
in the middle of the
there.
road.
Something's not just going to appear, Reinhardt.
I don't have to determine your own mindset, Mr. Shaw. I have to...
You do. I was
do my
coming
job.
from Power Street, where I had a clear view of the intersection. You realize that you are going to have to go in the court of luck and say that I was doing 113 or 118 miles an hour while your vehicle... Listen. Actually, scratch that. Is Murphy around? Can you give Murphy a call?
Is Murphy around? Sure, I'll check if Murphy's around. If Murphy's not around,
Yeah,
what would you
will
like
do.
What was that?
So what would you like to do if Murphy's not around?
Is there a judge available for a bench trial?
I can check.
I see you, Airborne. Guilty as charged. Life is my recommendation.
I don't see him around.
No, Murphy.
That's unfortunate. We have court at 8. The server's restarting in half
I
an
did
hour.
hear, though, that the judges were on strike today, so I don't know if any will be around. Labar put that out there.
Really?
Earlier today, he said that their judges were on strike. I don't know.
There is a court case scheduled in half an hour or so.
That's really awkward if judges were strike for that.
Yeah, very awkward. Very, very awkward. So here's the thing. Is there a DA or ADA around?
I can call the DA or ADA.
Wait,
Can't
also,
promise
why isn't this a negligent driving charge? No disregard to basic traffic rules. Speeding. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Speeding.
Shaw, how many times do you get pulled over a day and people just let you go because you're a lawyer? Just a
Very
question.
rarely,
Just wanna know.
actually. If you look at my
Very
record, I've
rarely?
been
I mean,
pulled
because
over 6 times
your record
for...
doesn't actually show that.
That's because I typically don't get pulled over, because I'm typically not driving fast.
I mean, I even offered you to get a ticket and just walk out of here.
That's
'cause it
the
would've been
issue, though. I'm being hit with a felony.
10 months are.
But the charge is still a felony
That's
at
true,
the end of the day.
But you've been here for longer than 10 months, basically.
Right. If you want to put the charge on my
So-
record and release me with no plea deal, by all means, go ahead. I will still appeal the charge regardless, because I don't want that charge on my record, on the basis that I definitely took into consideration the human lives around me.
I'll call the DA, see if she's around.
Okay. All right.
I promise nothing.
Chat, Shaw will not lose his bar license over this. Relax. Although, chat, I can tell you now, Shaw has been very, relaxed on appeals. But Shaw will make it a point, if he gets this charge on his record, to appeal almost anything involving Reinhardt or Williams. I'm not gonna perma. Go away. We're gonna see how this is gonna go.
So are you fighting the fact that there was no gross negligence, and that's why you want negligent driving?
No, I'm fighting the fact that there was no gross disregard for human life.
All right, Mr. Shaw. So let me ask you a couple questions, considering you're a lawyer, you're in here.
Yeah, go ahead.
How can you justify that you were double checking the crosswalk when going 113 down the road?
I still have very clear view of everything around me. Not only that, I was also coming from Power Street, which is uphill to where you were, which gave me clear view of everything in front of me.
So if a regular civilian was to drive out in the middle,
well, given that my light was green, there would have been no traffic from either side of me. And again, no one was in the intersection. Again, gross disregard. I to be honest, I don't know if hold on. Oh, whoops. So for gross disregard, that's literally like, if there was a circus in town, okay? There was a circus in town and a bunch of people were around, and you decided to speed down a heavily populated street that was, I'm not going to say occupied, but had a ton of people, and you still decided to barrel down doing 150 miles an hour, that is gross disregard for human life. Now, what I did was not gross disregard for human life, on the basis, again, that I checked to ensure that no one was around. Listen, I'm telling you now, I'm not going to dispute the speeding. Because, sorry, don't mind me. Sorry, I had a coughing fit. The argument I'm making right now isn't for the speeding. The argument I'm making is for the gross disregard for human life. Now, what you're saying is that the speed alone is determining that it is reckless driving. And I heavily disagree with that. Heavily disagree. Again, on the basis that no one was in the intersection, no one was on the crosswalk. Now, if there was and I still decided to speed by, that's on me. That's on me. Now, again, it's also not...
I gotta...
Okay, all right.
Hold on. Let me mute my radio.
Okay.
I'm trying to talk this out with you because I understand where you're coming from. Okay? My problem is you're going 113 down a roadway where, one, people work, because PDM workers do work there. Let's say I was in a chase with somebody and that person crashed into you, and then I crashed into them because of that crash. Okay? See what I'm saying? Is I'm trying to...
See, but we're talking a whole lot of what ifs and things that didn't happen. You're saying, but what if? But I saw is the issue. I visually saw no one was in the intersection.
And I visually saw you.
Which means I had regard for human life.
At a high rate of speed. I saw you drive down that road at a high rate of speed. I clocked you going 113.
Uh-huh. And that's fine. That's fine. But driving 113 miles an hour isn't reason in of itself, unless there were, again, individuals around. But if I say that I saw the intersection and it was clear, and your story matches in saying the intersection was clear, and all I say is I proceeded because there was nobody in the intersection, there was no individual in the crosswalk, that in and of itself would prove that I had regard for human life.
Okay. Now, Mr. Shaw, if you knew that there was a cop car in the middle.
I ain't getting a coffee, man. I'm fixing the vending
intersection, would you
machine.
have
It's
sped
broken.
Like that down the road. Sped down the road like that.
Well, excuse
you're asking
me.
whether
Are
or not
you
it-
fully trained on vending machine repairs?
I'm asking whether or not, if you had a clear view of the sign of the crosswalks, and you somehow didn't see me, and you still went through, how did you have a clear view of the sidewalks? Most people, I mean, like when I'm driving off duty, I can see cops.
You weren't on the sidewalk. You were on the street.
No, but what I'm
behind
saying,
the crosswalk.
I mean, sorry,
the crosswalk that I
street.
inspected.
How can you?
My area of concern.
How...
So one, the light was green. Your light was red, right? You
yes.
were okay. If that's the case, no one from your side should be coming out. People would only be moving from my side. So all I have to do is inspect the crosswalks on all 4 streets or all 4 sides of that intersection and the intersection itself to determine whether or not it's safe to proceed.
But you still said that you saw all the crosswalks. So
yeah, I did see all the crosswalks
you could
and
see
saw
all
that no
the
one was there.
How did you not see me?
Because I don't need to determine the paint job on a vehicle to determine, or I don't need to inspect the paint job of a vehicle to determine whether or not an intersection is safe to proceed through.
You might be right on that, but it's still a thing. So what happens if, okay, well, it's a what if. But let's say I'm going through the intersection because I'm chasing somebody.
But you weren't.
And you say you checked all of them. And let's say you didn't check the side that I'm coming from. And I hit you because you went through the light and I was chasing somebody.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of what ifs, though. We're not talking about what ifs. We're determining my mindset and my thought process when proceeding through the intersections. Right?
Yeah. But again, you said you saw all of them. But you
I saw all the crosswalks and that the intersection was clear. That doesn't mean I have to look beyond the crosswalks to see your specific vehicle. I saw that vehicles were there. Again, I don't have to determine your exact vehicle to determine or to acknowledge that an intersection is safe to proceed through.
So you're telling me you basically want me to knock it down to negligent driving in a first degree?
Well, I mean, it's kind of one or the other-ish, but yeah, pretty much.
That's what I was basically saying. Is you basically wanted that?
I would take the negligent charge.
You would take a negligent charge.
Yes. Safe to proceed by inspecting both the crosswalks and determining that no vehicles were in the intersection at the time that Kevin shot.
You know, Mr. Shaw, I respect you greatly, and I always have and I always will. But that 113 and going through that intersection,
there's a first-degree speeding charge for a reason.
I know.
Plus, speeding is a basic traffic rule. Negligent driving. There's things that apply. Hypothalamusly.
Okay. Let me talk to Clarence real quick.
Okay.
And if we decide to continue with the reckless driving, we will.
Okay. All right.
If I decide to be a little bit nicer, we'll go with negligent.
Talking to.
All right.
We'll see.
Sounds good.
Because I'm pretty sure.
Although, to be fair, Clarence did say, "Hey, I like you behind bars." I don't know.
Who are you talking to?
What
It's
do you
Clarence. Seriously, really, you, Clarence.
mean? Wait, Clarence? Who are you talking to?
Yes.
Wait, do you
What are
not
you
see
doing in front of
Reinhardt?
me? Hello?
No.
Oh, you don't. You don't. Wow.
Okay.
That's
All right.
strange.
There we
Wow.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That was really weird. Yeah. Fucking.
You're really weird. Alright, come
Uh
here.
huh. Yep.
I need some food too. So, I can see where he's coming from. Okay. Now, I think I did hit him in the heart a little bit. Because he said he could see all the crosswalks. And then I said, well, obviously you didn't because you didn't see me. He's not wrong. Where he was coming from, he could see a good amount. His light possibly could have been green. I didn't catch it being a red light. Yes,
You
I
don't have to
did.
justify your decision to me.
I know, but I want to send him to jail. I do. I would love to send him to jail and let him take it to court.
Well, I mean, then yeah, like Angel said, we witnessed a crime being committed. Like, if it's up to a judge to decide whether or not our proof and evidence is good on those charges, and I mean, I agree with him 100%. It was reckless driving. He was driving way too fast in the city. So what if he was watching crosswalks? If he tries to do that, he's gonna set a precedent. Like, well, was there anyone in the crosswalk when he blew through the red light when you guys were chasing him? So how would it be reckless? He was like he's gonna use this against us. I feel like if we let him off with it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then I don't
I
want
could
it to bite
totally
me in
see
the
that
ass when
happening.
he's like, wow, you guys were just chasing somebody and you guys hit somebody. You let me go for it, so why don't you let him go for it?
Exactly. So I mean, honestly, I would send him if it were me. I think he'd have been sent already. It's Shaw, he loves
You
to
want to
fucking
do the
argue.
paperwork? Because I really don't want to do the paperwork.
It's your arrest. What do you mean? Stop. You wanna let him walk or you gonna book him? Yeah, 10-9 that.
I'll
Oh, that
book him.
motherfucker! Oh!
What?
What was this fucking guy? He disappeared from me.
Oh.
I was chasing him forever, and then he crashed, and then just like that, he poofed. His car disappeared. But yeah,
I
so
mean, like Angel said, if we lose a court case, it doesn't go against us. So.
exactly. So I mean, you want to send him? You got me. I was in the car with you, and Angel was there too. Like, it was. It's basically going to be a judge deciding whether or not him driving at 113 miles an hour through lower power through 3 intersections is reckless or not. And I think all the judges will claim that as reckless. I mean, it's he's just arguing to argue. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, are we just gonna bill him and then let him walk, considering he's been here for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes?
Well, if he wants to argue it in court, yeah, just send him to jail.
Fuck.
He's gonna contest it. So just ask him if you want to no contest plea, and if he disagrees with that, then tell him that you're gonna have to send him up to Bolingbrook for 10 months, and he can dispute it in court. And yeah, if you made the decision to put the reckless driving, don't let him talk you out of it now. You're totally within your right, just like Angel said.
I
That
know.
was reckless. Like, I took that big L when I went to court with Mel. I mean, you were there with me. Like, but you and I both know that was Mel, you know? So it would have been wrong for us not try to at least push those charges, you know?
Yeah, I get you.
He's a lawyer. Just fucking. 313's in. I gotta go help him, right?
Wait, I don't
Push
know
it
what's
or
going
don't.
on.
It's on you, alright?
Alright. If you do a new contest plea, I can let you, walk with a fine. If you want to take it to court, I gotta send you for 10 months. I'll take it to, I mean, if you want to take it to court, I'm happy to fight in court.
Okay. We're taking it to court then.
Alrighty. Get you all ready and.
Yep. Well, actually, hold on. While you're here, let me get this sorted. Just want to ensure that you. Oh, getting a phone call. Kevin Shaw, attorney at law.
Yeah, Shaw, what the hell you do? What am I doing?
Oh,
what
hey,
am I doing in your car?
do me a favor. Bring my car up to the prison. Because I'm not accepting their plea deal for something I didn't do. I
Oh,
feel
damn.
like,
All
yeah,
right. Well, that mean you gonna get the whole damn thing dropped in, huh?
yeah. I'm definitely gonna fight it. In fact, I'm gonna get this appeal posted literally within minutes. In fact, want to get it posted before it even gets sent off. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you don't want to do that until you actually go in case she has a change of heart around.
No, I think that was considered. She spoke with Williams, who said, it's good when you're behind bars. And you know, she's also poked fun at me on the basis that while I was down here, Gomer, she called me.
5 minutes here.
She called me when I requested a lawyer. You know, it's like she's holding it above my head that, you know, she has power over me.
You're the only
That's pretty
lawyer.
fucked
What do
up,
you
ain't
mean?
Yeah, it is fucked up, Gomer. Gomer, do me a favor. I know we only have 5 minutes. Her cruiser is parked out back from a distance. Could you take pictures of it? Reinhardt, actually, I need those pictures, like, bad. And I know we only have 5 minutes. Could you take a picture of the front of your vehicle? Or allow Gomer to enter the property? Because I need those pictures, actually, like, for my case.
I'll get the photos.
Okay, but we have 5 minutes. Can you...
Well, let me send you off.
Okay. Gomer, bring my... Fuck, actually, scratch that. We're only gonna have
I'm ready
minutes.
to take pictures. Can I jump down there and take pictures of her car or what?
Does Gomer have permission to take pictures? Yes or no?
No, that'd be trespassing.
It would be trespassing, Gomer, so no. Okay, send me off because
Well,
I need
if they
those
give me
pictures.
fucking permission, it ain't trespassing.
Okay. All right, I'm being sent off, Gomer.
All right, baby.
Reinhardt, this appeal is going to be posted like within 2 minutes. Can you post your availability?
Damn,
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Okay.
All right, bye, Gomer.
All right.
Being sent off.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, buddy.
Oh, shit. Can't do it through there. All right. Oh, shit, my notes, chat. My notes. I need my notes before the server restarts. Notes. Can we undo that? All right, we're good. We're good.